Our next comedian will be appearing all next week at the corner of Kingston Road and Woodbine. Selling jewelry on a table. Right. Please welcome Keith McDevitt.
Hey everybody, how you doing? Right on. Thanks for coming. We do appreciate having friendly people in the audience. Just, you know. I know. Shouldn't have brought you. So, I've been doing some traveling lately, and I was staying in a hotel the other day, and there was a convention of nuclear plant operators. It was kind of weird. Went to the bathroom, and my robe was lead vest. And I went to use the sink, and there were 3 taps. There was hot, cold, and heavy. And I turned down, looked on the pillow, and there was a lump of processed uranium. Should have known when they checked me into the Chernobyl suite. But you know, I love hotels because I've got sleep apnea, so I'm really noisy when I sleep, which is really kind of cool. And because you snore, but it's not any snoring. I'm keeping the folks at the Earthquake Detection Center at alert. In fact, they've got a special one for me called DEFCON Keith. But you know, sometimes there are other signs that you've got sleep apnea, like the cops are showing up at your house because you're going beyond the noise bylaws. Or your wife just calls you jackhammer. Now, sadly, I did lose my wife recently. We were in IKEA. The place is massive. It's like a Swedish airport terminal, but none of the baggage has been collected. I swear I heard a last call for a flight to Stockholm. But, you know, when you're in there, it's got to have its own time zones. It's so big, right? You're wandering around, feels like you're going back and forth between daylight savings time. And I think that's why everybody's kind of wandering around in a daze in that place. Kind of like they're zombies from The Walking Dead. You know, I think it'd be funny if they piped in Michael Jackson's Thriller. Or if the PA announcements, you know, some guy kind of sounds like Vincent Price. You know, it'd be something about savings abound across the store. See if your cart can take any more. Shoppers stumble in search of deals amongst the horror and the squeals. And so whomever shall be found with the best prices around must stand and face the checkout line and try to escape before closing time. But I also read recently that the founder of IKEA did pass away. I wonder if he had to assemble his own casket. I can hear his final words yelling at his wife when he discovered there was a missing screw. I also read he was a Nazi. I think that's when the IKEA slogan was, "You will buy this chair!" And he was also an alcoholic. I think that's when he was coming up with all the product names. Because you got to slur them, right? Like there's like, take a Google or swirl. I tell you, it's kind of crazy. And what's with the missing parts at IKEA, right? It's like going to the grocery store and buying a pomegranate. Getting home and realizing it's missing a whack of seeds. So you're going to go back to the grocery store. It's like, hey, products manager, my pomegranate. I always talk like an Italian when I'm at the it's missing a few seeds. And he's just going to tell you to go play road hockey with it. And, you know, it is kind of like a Winwell hockey ball. Right? You guys remember those? Bright orange and rock hard. And it was never a surprise when you got hit by one, because you could always see it coming, but in slow motion, and you couldn't get out of the way. Just like the fat guy in a horror movie. He's always the first one to get it. And then it's the nerdy guy, and then the couple making love. It's just the way it goes. But unlike my classmates, I did join a gym a little while ago. I know, what was I waiting for? You know, it's hard getting back into the whole gym thing. There's all that bending over and lifting. And that's just putting my stuff in the locker. You know, I can really work up a really, really good sweat. It's terrific in the sauna there. I joined an LA Fitness. And I always kind of wondered what LA really stood for. And now I know. Lethargic amateurs. Laugh a lot. Lounging around. What really kills me are the guys who tend to rest on the machines in between their sets. You know, it's kind of like going into a men's washroom and finding a guy kind of standing in front of a urinal, just kind of waiting to have his next right? And then fashion has really changed. It's been a lot since I've been to the gym, but fashion's different. Honest to God, there was a guy working out the other day in a leather jacket. I didn't realize at the time, but I guess every gym's got to have its own Fonzie. He'd finish things and be like, "Ee." The reason I go to the gym is I love food, particularly diners. You guys know what a diner is? You know, it's kind of like a shawarma or a gyro. They're really big in the Maritimes. There's a place in Sydney that has a 6-pound diner. 6 pounds! I mean, you got to take something out of you to get that in. I guess that's why they're going to call it the organ donaire. I mean, 6 pounds. That's like giving birth to a premature baby at the other end. So I work in an ad agency during the day, and I love the slogans that companies come up with. And a couple I'll just throw at you quickly. You've got Nike with "Just Do It," you know, which I think would be better for Trojan condoms. You've got Sport Check. You know, your better starts here. That might be an overpromise, because sometimes my better is a bag of chips and a 6-pack. U.S. Postal Service. We deliver. Brilliant. I guess if it was Loblaws, it would be "We got food." And you got Dunkin' Donuts. America runs on Dunkin'. Have you seen an American lately? It's more like America waddles on Dunkin'. Thanks, guys.
Keith McDevitt, ladies and gentlemen.